His numbers are the best of any quarterback in that week span since 2021 Aaron Rodgers span in all of NFL football.
It's the time to be hot too. It's the time to be that type of quarterback.
Found another one, bro.
Dude. we already started. We started like halfway through your stat of the day. But to go off of that, like, I honestly don't mind if that is truly the case. Like, I don't care. The thing is, no one else in the division has a good quarterback. It's not like
you don't think
it's not a competitive. No, and Goff isn't going to be around that much longer. Like, it's not like he's going to be forever guy. I think it'll be one of those cases where the Lions one year will have a great opportunity to draft a quarterback, and they'll probably do so, and then he'll be out the door, and they'll see what happens with whatever guy. But I don't know. I just don't think you see the times that Goff screws up, and that could be any one of the playoff games that they're going to be in this year. He could easily have just a fucking terrible game, and they're going to be like, let's just get someone else. You know what I mean? I just think it's not far down the road for them. So I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting. I suppose I'll start the intro.
He's deep cover. Last I heard, he's tracking the syndicate.
Yeah, last I heard, he was 3 over par.
Last I heard, sounding like someone torturing kittens.
Last I heard, my gym makes money.
I heard 5.
You heard wrong.
You heard him. Those were his last words.
Last I'd heard, he'd been defeated again.
Last I heard, Joe coaches women's wrestling.
POTUS is a win?
Yeah, last I heard.
I heard that.
Last I heard, he lived around here somewhere.
Last time that I'd heard, you had,
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Last I Heard podcast. I am your forever host, Lee Dempsey, joined here with 1/3 of the Gridiron Gang, Travis Rankins. Josh Winch is ill. Family's ill right now. I think he's soon to be ill himself, just how things been going around. I was very ill this time last week. That's why we didn't do an episode. I had completely lost my voice on that Wednesday, so it was completely just not gonna happen. No way, no how. I tried to run some meetings at work that day, and I was just like, oh, like this, and it was just, I was like, this sucks. So yeah, well rested, plenty of liquids, and we're back live. But yeah, lots of stuff to talk about as we get into the week 18 of the National Football League. It is come down the wire for these teams, as always, every single year. Week 18, before it was 17, about the teams who need to win to get in, and maybe rely on other teams to lose. Some are that way, but as for the Packers and the NFC, they just need to win and they're in. Otherwise, I'm not sure what other scenario would be if they didn't win, but
they need to have the Saints, Seahawks, and Vikings lose.
Sure. Yep, that sounds right. Yeah, which
if they lose before we even play, we don't even have to win.
Oh, nice. That's very likely. Very likely. I guess Saints play the Falcons, I think. So that one's not as likely. That's not a guarantee or anything. Seahawks, I don't remember who they play off the top of my head. Vikings play the Lions. They're going to lose.
Seahawks play the Cardinals?
That could be. And Cardinals have been winning. They've been beating teams. They beat the Eagles last week. That's one of the games I want to get into. But let's start with some news, shall we?
News flash, asshole!
Yes, news. Travis, you had some Packers news that you want to bring to our attention. You want to start us off?
Yeah, for the first time in quite a while. Today at practice, we had the entire starting unit for the Green Bay Packers offense, including Devontae Wicks, Jaden Reed, and Christian Watson, all on the practice field. I can't believe it. Even Devondre Campbell was on the practice field. He hasn't played the last 2 games. Jair Alexander was on the practice field today. Also made an interview appearance today. And he looked like an adult. He actually looked like an adult, and he talked like an adult. And it sounds like he's pretty serious and he wants to play and he wants to be here in 2024. So we can put all that bullshit to rest. He finally spoke to the media, let us all know. And I think someone just finally brought him to the side and said, dude, you're acting like a 5-year-old. Let's act like you're 27. Yeah. Okay? I don't know how old he actually is. I think he's around that age.
That sounds about right.
But he wasn't acting like it. So if he can, be a professional going forward, I'm all in again. Yeah. If he's not and he's a crybaby and he's doing all this bullshit again, we're gonna have issues. But if he's serious, I'm serious. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Jair.
Nice.
Good to have you back. Week 18. Big game. Need it.
Huge. Big game against the Bears coming up. You said that Justin Fields is talking a little bit of smack about Green Bay. Expect him to be loud.
Little press conference today, he had to mention that, I know it's going to be loud in Green Bay because they got nothing else to do in Green Bay, but watch football. Well, I mean, when we beat you 9 in a row, maybe you guys should start worrying about football.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that a good problem to have?
I don't know.
I don't know. You got people in Chicago who are just showing up to games to have something to do, I guess. I don't know. Odd. It's like either you're going to go see a play or go to the football game. I don't know.
What's crazy is 2 years in a row, the Packers have the same exact scenario with a different divisional opponent this time. Mm-hmm. But last year, Lions at Lambeau.
Yep. Lions are sour.
And what'd they do? Lost.
Yeah. Which I felt like was just like such a rare thing, It just seems like it's storybook kind of stuff to get into the playoffs, if need be, for the Packers. That was like the first time in a very long time where it was like, holy shit, the Packers didn't make it, which, just, I don't know, just felt odd. So, yeah, going against the Bears, I think are better than they were, say, at the beginning of the year. But
for sure.
Nonetheless, Bears are the Bears, so I don't take them seriously. I think they will constantly shoot themselves in their own foot. And it's the Packers. Like you said, 9 in a row. I don't know. You don't want to say it's a gimme because you don't want to jinx yourself kind of thing.
Gimme, no.
But
they're Super Bowl, man.
But yeah, this is a big game. I think it should be fun to watch, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be like the Viking game where it was just like, oh, we had hopes for something decent in this game, and the Vikings just, I don't know. Jaron Hall, I think he just got the yips from his start in, what was that, like week 11 or something like that. I don't remember how long.
Well, Joe Barry was finally sending blitzes, and they were coming. They were getting home.
They were getting him. Christian Darrisaw was like having a hard day, and I was like, he's great as like one of the top 5 offensive linemen in the league right now. Like it's crazy. He was not looking good.
I'm hoping we can have that same recipe this weekend, but I still know Joe Barry should be fired. I don't care what happens, regardless.
Yeah, for sure.
He should be gone. Good news is we still got the highest rated quarterback in the NFL since week 12 in Jordan Love. He's at a 90.4 according to PFF. He's actually had the best 5 or 6 week stretch of any quarterback in the NFL since Aaron Rodgers in 2021 with over 1,800 yards passing. And I think he has like 16 touchdowns and 1 pick in that time.
And that's your stat.
Stat of the day!
Jordan Love is already better than any quarterback that the Bears have ever had in their lives this year alone. He's already put up better stats than the best year of any quarterback of the Bears in their 100-year existence.
That's incredible. That's why I think it's crazy too. It's like, who was it? What was it? It was a Jefferson stat. It was like Jefferson has had more 100-yard games in a single season than any Bear wide receiver ever, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but something insane where it was like, I don't know. It was like a single season that he'd even done it, and it was like, damn, that's nuts. In your entire history, like as successful as the Bears have,
pathetic.
Like that's insane how they just don't have so many stats at all. It's crazy. But that makes sense. Like the quarterback, I feel like there just hasn't been quarterbacks in the NFC North other than Green Bay quarterbacks. That's it. It's like no
Matthew
one has come even
Stafford for all
close.
time.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford somehow. I mean, just the guy who's been forced to throw the ball forever. I don't know. Wild. But even like Kirk Cousins doesn't seem like he's really been with the Vikings that long. You know, he hasn't been there his whole career, and he's like number 2 in almost every stat for the Vikings quarterback wise. And you're like, he hasn't even been there that long. Like, how the fuck has it, you know? But that's what you get when you don't have a franchise quarterback ever. You're just moving on.
Same thing with Sean McVay. I guess if he wins this weekend, he's gonna be the most winningest Rams coach of all time already. Like he's only been there like what 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's like going to be on like 74 wins or 75 wins or something of that nature.
Wow.
But it's just like, really?
Yeah.
It feels, I don't know.
Seems small. Yeah. Seems.
I forget that teams switch their coaches every 3 years though. So
right.
The bad franchises, I should say. Right. The good franchises, they don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at the Steelers. Speaking of which, Steelers once again not a losing season this year. Somehow, as terrible as they've looked at times, are they
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Apparently,
yeah, making it happen. I don't think none of us picked the Steelers. I don't think to win this week or last week.
No, I didn't. I picked them in my Circa Million Seahawks. Yeah, we're out of the running now. Yeah. Last week, nail in the coffin. We came close to getting in the money, but
yeah,
we're in like probably 400th place now.
Damn. What was your high? Where were you at? What was
your
highest?
Like 200th, 132nd, something like that.
Damn.
I don't know. We were in there, man. It was close. We'll do it again next year, though. And we'll worse, but.
Hey, man. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I think I was trying to think if timeline wise, if like Black Monday. Is that this next Monday or is that the Monday after that? That would have to be the Monday after that,
Monday
right?
coming up.
Coming up? Man, we should have done speculation of firings. I just didn't plan it out enough. But yeah, I think we've had 3 coaches fired so far this year, so that's 3 openings. There'll probably be, I think it was projected like another 5 coaches be fired. I did see Vrabel being on possible list for that. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think they'll get fired.
No, it's like
what about Belichick possibly?
Yeah, and it didn't say I guess firing necessarily. It said openings, so it's like
Ron Rivera,
mutual. Rivera for sure. The Saints were on there. Saints were one of them.
Now the question is, will the Raiders keep Pierce?
Right. That was one too. I think you gotta. I just think he's done a lot for that team since he's been at the helm of it.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't know.
I just think he's made a lot with some crap. I mean, it's not like Aiden O'Connell or whatever is this star. But I don't know.
I think what I'm hearing from the Bears camp is they're going to keep their coach.
Oh yeah. Was it Eberflus?
Yep. Eberflus.
Yeah, I don't know. I get so they're going to keep him. They're probably going to keep Fields. They're all chanting to keep Fields this weekend after that game.
Let them, baby. I'm okay with that.
That's wild.
I wouldn't if I was them. I would not.
No, and I just think I don't know.
He's just. I don't think he's good enough to win.
No,
a lot of games.
Right.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think he's talented. I don't know. Maybe in a different situation. I don't know, man. We'll find out this weekend what happens with him, but
yeah, right. Yeah, I think it could be his last time to shine this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. He's going somewhere, that's for sure. Let's see what else we got here. Did you really want to talk about the Kimmel thing?
I mean,
we can talk about that. So I didn't really catch it, but
off the show, do you think?
What's that? Sorry.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers will get booted off the show?
Man, that's so tough. Safety inside me says no. That's a safe answer to do it. But also, I think it could be a possibility just because of there's probably certain, I don't know. It's probably like Disney owns certain amount of Pfizer or some shit like that. So it's like, we don't want this guy talking about, you know what I mean? It's probably a lot of business crap behind that. You got him talking about Jimmy Kimmel, host of the ABC Late Night Show, which is owned by Disney, which ESPN is also owned by Disney. Yeah, so I think you could possibly see Aaron be not on there anymore, which I don't think he'd really give a shit. I mean, he made his money off of it and isn't a huge fan of the media anyways. Just, friends with Hawk
McAfee
and McAfee. Yeah.
Started the show off today by addressing the situation.
Oh, yeah.
We had something on yesterday, and I mean, he was just, I think he was just bullshitting. It wasn't like, it's just like he's trying to backtrack. But it's like, yeah, why can Kimmel say that we all should be dead if we don't take the vaccine? And he makes fun of Aaron Rodgers for all this shit. But then he says something, and now all of a sudden Rodgers is the word. Oh, so you can say whatever you want. But when he jokes about something, I don't know if he was really joking, but it's just the double standard thing again. Like, why can you make all these jokes and say like crap about him, but then he says something and then, yep, lawsuit. I get it. You don't want to be called a pedophile, but you know what? Don't be involved with Epstein's fucking chef.
Was he? I don't.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know the details of that shit. Like,
we're only speculating. We're just speculating. We're just talking about rumors here. However, yeah, he had his personal chef, Epstein's personal chef, and he worked with him too. And like, it's like, I don't know.
Maybe, but yeah,
might be
I guess
all of him going to Epstein Island.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll probably never know for sure, but yeah.
That come after Aaron Rodgers for that. Yeah. It's just like, shut up.
It is quite an accusation though, because if it's not true or something, that's pretty fucking crazy to be like. It's basically saying that Aaron Rodgers did call you a pedo, like, so that's pretty fucking massive to say that. But also, it's like, how would Aaron know that? How would he ever know that? You know what I mean? He just like
there's things out there on the internet.
Yeah, there's everything out there on the internet. There's
but apparently he's just
billions of people. There's billions of people who have every opinion, and then also how many trolls, how many bots out there that troll. That's why I trust nothing that I read, not anything, just about. Okay. Anywho's, let's get into the games here, shall we? Right away, Browns killing the Jets, 37-20. Amari Cooper just goes off, has like 200 and whatever fucking amount of yards. Absolutely insane. Joe Flacco's playing phenomenally. Looks like he's been a Brown his entire life kind of thing. Just crazy. He was just sitting on his couch like a month ago to where he's at now. So give him a lot of credit. He will not be playing this coming weekend. Who is going to back him up? Or who's going to start? I can't remember. They're going to have P.J. Walker as the backup. And then,
Jesus.
I can't remember who. Jeff Driscoll? I think that's who it was. I think Jeff Driscoll was going to be starting. So, which I still think they could probably win that game. Next game, this one had so much drama throughout the entire week. So I was kind of excited to get to this one. The Cowboys beating the Lions 20-19, all because of a messy situation with that 2-point conversion. I'm going to say right off the bat, I thought a lot of this was pretty 50-50 on blame. I know, Brad Allen's crew is getting the handful of it. I think a huge part of it is because of the coaches meeting with the ref ahead of time, where Campbell was saying, we discussed these plays ahead of time, kind of give them a heads up what's going to be going on. This guy's going to be checking in, blah, blah, blah. But when it's time to check in and you got 3 offensive linemen coming at the ref right there, like the ref, you could tell the entire time was looking at number 70 and acknowledged him checking in. And he doesn't I don't know if he doesn't hear the other guys or what's going on, but it just seemed like all of it's coming to him at once. He probably just heard the one. And then also Campbell said just one guy can check in when you can have 2 check in. So that's where I think it's just kind of a messy situation there. I think I give a little bit of fault to both, to be honest with you.
I think the Lions got jobbed. I really do. I think they got hosed, and You can clearly see that they all went up there and then like they told them about this before the game. If you told them about it before the game and then it's there at the situation and then you still call that, I don't agree. And you know what? There was a play last year where David Bakhtiari had the same play we did against Detroit. We literally did the same play, and Rodgers just threw a horrible pass, and it was incomplete. But it was the same type of play, and it was legal. It was legal because they reported it, whatever. But I really think that the refs got this wrong. I really do. They did. However, if you back it up, before the Lions even got the ball back, there was a play where Dallas got called for tripping.
Yeah.
When the
Hutchinson
actual
stuck his leg.
tripping was on Aiden Hutchinson tripping the running back on Dallas. And they called tripping on Dallas and then moved them back 15 yards.
Right.
How does that happen?
Right.
You tripped the ball carrier and you called it on the ball carrier side. These refs, dude, I'm telling you, this is
pretty terrible. I think honestly that one's worse than the report one.
Maybe, but
just
you know
because,
what's
like I
even worse
said,
than all of that though. You know what's even worse than all that?
What?
Dan Campbell still going for it after all of that. Kick the fucking extra point, dude.
He does not like overtime though. Like he is aggressive that way. He is so aggressive where
you're on the 4, man. That. You're not on the 2.
I get it. Yeah.
But I'm sorry. No, that's a terrible call. That's a terrible. I don't care how aggressive someone is. You're trying to win the game, man. You can't make a stupid bonehead decision because you're mad. And then when you get backed up to the 7 and he still goes for it, got bailed out because someone was offsides. So then they got to the 4-yard line. And then you would think, okay, all right, it's just not in the cards. Let's kick the field goal.
Yeah.
What does he do?
That's a good point.
No, we're going to go for it. And what did he do? What did they do? They didn't get it? Oh, yeah, they lost. Okay, well, you deserve to lose. You deserve to lose after all that. Stop trying to be this Madden fucking player. Like, we're not playing Madden, dude. This is real football.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of all these coaches just not taking points, dude. All the games this Sunday I was watching, I'm just like, yep, take the points. Nope, not taking the points. Guess what? Didn't get it. All of them. Like, all of them, all day. I kept yelling it. I'm with my family up north, and take the point. I'm like, why? These people just want to be fired. Like, I don't get it. Because they're not 4th and 1 plays. Like, I'd be like, if 4th and 1, I get it. They're 4th and 3, 4th and 4s. You're in field goal range. You could go up 2 scores. There was in one game, it was 13-7, and it was 4th and 4. And they're on like the 15-yard line. And they didn't kick the field goal to go up by 4. They didn't get the first down. And I'm just like, make it make sense, man.
Right. Yeah. Those scenarios for sure I get. This one, I'm not going to agree with you just because otherwise you're going to overtime, which is such a fucking head case of...
You were outplaying them, man.
Yeah. I get I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Like, it's like, it comes down to a coin toss, you know? And it's like, they could...
If you're on the 2, okay. But when you're on the 4, man, you know how much harder it is?
For sure. But I think he constantly has plays like that where they're so confident in getting it, and it really, like, this situation, they should have got it. It just came down to fucking, I think, I don't want to say miscommunication, because they definitely did go up and say to it, but the guy's got 3 offensive linemen. He's got 3. One guy doesn't need to be there at all. He wasn't even reporting. That's what I'm saying.
Like, so that the team...
That's fucking stupid, though.
I don't know. It's all stupid.
Because aren't they supposed to announce that shit anyways?
I guess.
They're like number 70 as reported eligible. You know, like they do that. They call that shit out. So you're not even teasing anything. So it's, to me, that's why I was like, why the fuck is what's his face out there at all? He doesn't need to be there. He doesn't need to say anything. Just get the fuck out. You tell what's his nuts 68 to get out there, fucking report like Goff told him to do, and he did. And 70's sprinting right on the field straight to the ref, and the ref is just daggering eyes at 70 the whole time while fucking 68's talking here. and someone's like, oh, you can see he acknowledges it. He's looking dead at 70 when he acknowledges it. He's not looking at 68 over here. It was clear as day. That's why I'm like, I kind of give that to fucking both sides. It's definitely not Dan Campbell's fault. I would say it's, partially the ref and partially the fucking half the line out there trying to talk to a ref at one time.
I don't know. Either way.
Anyway, it didn't need to come down to that anyways, like you said. It didn't need to come straight to that, but I think Winch would agree with me too that I like the aggressiveness to try to win the game right there, rather than possibly, going into overtime where it just comes down to a coin flip of, who could possibly have a punt or a kickoff return, take it to the house, and game's over. And you're like, sweet, glad we gave it one extra play. You know what I mean? Like, that's what would piss me off.
I could see more on if it was on the 2, but when it's backed up, no.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. I'll take that. I'll take it. We'll agree or disagree. Anyways, Brad Allen's crew then was downgraded from the playoffs. They will not be in there, so which I think is a good call. They also were the ones who officiated the Chiefs-Packers game earlier in the year, so they blew that one call there. Ravens, I got that game. They actually just demolished the Dolphins, 56-19. Wow. Dolphins proved once again that they cannot beat a good team.
Boys.
Yeah. I mean, granted, this is the biggest boy of them all, but 56, holy shit. Like, Dolphins scored 70 this season against the Broncos, and defense just doesn't show up again and again and again.
And Tua looked not so good.
Yeah. He did not look good. I don't think they're going to be one and done in the playoffs, but maybe. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't look like they're going to make it far.
Tyreek Hill's house was on fire today, apparently.
I did see that. Yeah. Massive fire.
Really? Massive?
It looked pretty big. Like, I saw the news.
Probably
I saw
one
like
of the
a
baby
chopper over
that he has.
Yeah, right.
Starting the fire.
One of them in the east wing, probably. He's got one on each wing. They're all pregnant right now at the same time. I wonder if I can find that clip.
I saw him standing outside and he's in his boot.
Oh, really? I just see that right now.
Yep, that's it.
One of the baby mamas out there.
Well, yeah, it's real.
Yeah, I mean, lots of.
It's his actual wife, but then he gets married, and now all of a sudden, like 3 other chicks have come out and said, "Yeah, I'm having a baby with him."
Yeah, I mean, that's Aurora. Like mostly smoke, but it's gotta be. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Shit. So.
What the hell?
Breaking news here, guys, everywhere.
Wow. EMZ.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. What else we got here? Rick Ross got that. Oh, we got here's an update from Rick Ross. Let's see what Rick Ross has to say, folks.
It's my P. More and more helicopters.
Rick Ross giving a news alert. Must be an electrical fire.
That's what I heard. Oh man.
Didn't think Rick Ross would never give me the fire news. Okay. So Tyreek Hill. Interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to what that team's gonna do in the playoffs, man. It's they're a fun offensive team to watch. Besides, Tua's downs this last week. But man, he's had some great moments when his receivers are healthy and both playing well. So I don't know. Defensively, they're such huge trouble. I think that's their biggest needs in the offseason for sure. The Cards shock Eagles or not? I don't think it's a shock anymore when you lose 4 in like the last 5 games or something. Eagles
I think they were up 2 scores though.
Yeah, like Eagles looking bad, looking real bad.
Him for a 97-yard touchdown pass.
Yes, I saw that, dude.
I don't know. They're in shambles. AJ Brown was not talking to the media, and then people were saying that he and Sirianni were at it or something, but they squashed that today. So I don't know. Something's going on though,
dude. Yeah,
that's what happens when you bring on Matt Patricia.
Yeah, right. He's probably doing it on purpose. It's probably like some
Telling
kind
you,
of
man, that dude is not good for your.
no.
I think he sucks.
Yeah, I agree because he's. I mean, when he was with the Patriots originally, he was successful, but who knows really what his role was? Apparently,
Name one assistant that Bill Belichick has had that was successful after.
He's got one, doesn't he?
Who? Brian Flores? I
thought he had one
so far.
No, Flores. Man, I thought he had just one, but still,
Bill O'Brien.
Not Bill O'Brien either.
God,
I can't remember who it is. Maybe I was thinking of Vrabel just because he played for
Joe
him,
Judge,
but that's it. Definitely not Judge.
Mike
Yeah, they're all
Josh
pretty
Daniels?
fucking terrible. Yeah, they're all terrible.
Charlie Weiss? I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm probably just thinking of Vrabel because he
were
played
okay.
there.
Like Charlie Weiss was okay. He wasn't like awful. Like what's it called? Romeo Cornell.
That was another one that was just terrible. Just
Joe
the list
Judge?
goes on. Yeah, Joe Judge is.
Who else? I can't think of anybody
There's
else.
There's a massive list.
Oh, there is one. Maybe. If you really want to talk, like I don't think he was on his coaching staff ever though. Mike Vrabel.
That's what I was saying. Vrabel, I thought, but I wasn't sure if he was on his coaching staff. I was thinking of just playing.
He was on the Chiefs coaching staff, I believe.
God damn, why can't I think of where he was?
I don't know, but either way, he played for him. So
yeah, he played for him, but and Vrabel's even beat Belichick, which I don't think any other assistant has probably beat Belichick before.
Eric Mangini.
Mangini, I forgot about Mangini. Let me see coaching history for Vrabel here. Little news. As a coach, coach Texans. He was linebackers coach and defensive coordinator for the Texans.
Never the Chiefs.
I played for the Chiefs.
For the Chiefs.
Played for the Chiefs for a year after the Patriots.
Okay.
Yeah, close. Super Bowl champ, that's for sure. Coach of the year in 2021. Damn. That was another thing too. Man, we should give out awards next week. I think we should do that for sure. We can give out season awards, coach of the year, rookies of the year, all that jazz. Anywho, next game we got here, Chiefs beating the Eagles. I wasn't really sure if this is truly newsworthy just because or the Bengals, sorry. Bengals. I had it written down right, just read it wrong. Beat the Bengals 25-17. Like I said, not really sure if that's really newsworthy. Bengals, they're just not the same without Joe Burrow, so it's not like it's like not good. Like they're a worrisome team in the playoffs too. It's weird that all these teams like at the top, these 11, 10 win teams that are in the playoffs, and they're all looking kind of suspect for the most part. Other than just a couple.
The Packers could just fucking.
That's what I was saying early in the year when I was like, man, a lot of these teams and quarterbacks and stuff are going down. It'd be a good year for a team to kind of sneak in and get far. And you were like Chiefs, and I was like, yeah, even the Chiefs. And yeah, look at this is a year where I think someone could sneak along, and make some noise. Probably in like a NFC AFC championship game, but they're still the favorites.
Wipe the floor with the Packers.
Yeah, I think there's still a level of competition that teams haven't seen, like the Packers. It's like you got like the Ravens. Could you imagine that game? Like Ravens would, I think, probably handily beat just about anybody now. After they beat the 49ers last week, you're just kind of like
Ravens. You got to show me in the playoffs, man. I still do not believe until I see something here in the playoffs because Lamar has done this in the past. I've seen this act before, and then I see, nosedive. So
it's true.
Hey, great season, MVP again, but can you actually do it when it matters? That's the question. That's when you become great, folks.
I think so. I think this could be the year. He just seems like different this year, like it just seems he's more of a pocket passer.
I think we thought that in MVP season and
MVP. I think it was mostly he got MVP because he's running so much. You're like, God damn, he's got
still had like 3,500 yards passing and like 1,000 yards rushing.
Yeah, well, that's just it. Yeah, and I just don't think he's rushing nearly as much this year. He's
It's
just
just when
been
you can get a team that
pocket.
can contain him,
Yeah,
make him throw in the pocket,
yeah.
disrupt his receivers a little bit, things get a little dicey.
Maybe Zay Flowers and Odell are just enough to put him over the hump.
Yeah, they definitely got better weapons. So
Yeah, yeah.
even Isaiah Likely, man, this fucking dude, one-handed
I know,
grabs.
dude.
Holy
Yeah, on the
shit,
run, one-handed grab on the
that
run,
was
that was
so
sick.
sick.
Dude, I drafted him in our dynasty league, like his rookie year last year, and just had him on our like taxi squad or whatever. And I've been so not want to get rid of him. And then someone offered me a second rounder for him when Andrews went down, so I let that go. But I knew it. I was like, man, he's just gonna be in Mark Andrews' shadow for so long. That's the only thing that
Yeah.
sucks, where
Mark
it's like
Andrews gets hurt
he's
all the
good.
time. So
Yeah. That's why I was like, man, I might try to trade back for that guy next year for like a third. Just be like, hey, man, you don't need him anymore. So let me have him again. And he can just sit on my bench for his life. But yeah, let's see what else we got here. Packers, I suppose we get right into the nitty gritty, the thick of it here. Packers versus Vikings. Packers straight up embarrassed the Vikings 33-10. Do you want to go first or shall I? It's up to you.
I mean, I just want to say Jordan Love is the man again. This is who I thought he would be. First and foremost, I was right. Everybody else was wrong. Sorry, I'm going to just do this for a second because there was a lot of haters, man, and a lot of people doubted me and said I was an idiot. It's even during the season, man. Sure, there was some games where it looked bad, but like I wasn't discouraged. I mean, he's going to have some bad games. And not only did he come through that, now he looks like, oh, wait, the statistics say he is the best quarterback since week 12 in the NFL. And the throws that he was making the other night, dude, sure, he's still missing a couple of those easier throws that he should maybe throw. But, dude, overwhelming throws that he was making were unbelievable. Jumps, fucking throws, just zing, Jaden Reed right over the defense, touchdown. Like,
yeah, he had some.
You know who he looked like? You know who he looks like? He looks like a combo between Rodgers and Favre, man. I don't know, man. And then he throws off his back foot, and it just looks like Aaron Rodgers. Now I get pissed at him half the time he does this though because he leaves the ball short or he's not accurate with it. But man, when push comes to shove, when he's got a guy in his face, he knows how to like contort his body so he falls back, and he can just throw a strike, dude.
Yeah.
Dan Orlovsky was showing this.
That was nuts.
2 days ago.
That play he had, I thought it was for sure incomplete. I didn't think anyone was over there. And then sure shit, I don't remember, was it Reed or something that was over there?
Melton?
Was that what was Melton? Yeah,
Melton.
so just, yeah, it was Melton. And yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how? Like, I thought that was a throwaway ball. Like, and yeah, it was impressive. He had some incredible throws for sure. I will not doubt his play. I will hate on the Vikings defense a lot though in that game, leaving receivers open. Like I get it. They were down 2 corners, down a safety. So they had backup safeties playing corner and damn did it show. Like I was like, fuck man, like they're like 5 yards off of receivers like crazy. I thought that was just pissing me off because I'm like, it didn't seem like they were even challenging Love like at times, like like yeah, it was like the pressure wasn't there or any like they are the heaviest blitzing defense by far to anyone else in the league. Like they do it majority of the snaps they blitz, and everyone else in the league is like 35% or something like that. It's just nuts. So when nothing happens over and over and over, like Love is still making these passes, he's clean, protected, and I'm just like, shit's not working, man. So you think you'd make enough adjustments to you do something maybe in the second half. But yeah, Jaren Hall, when he got his concussion earlier in the year, like I swear since then, granted there wasn't much to show. There was like one drive to show in that game for him until he got the concussion. But it seemed like he had just like the yips where it was he didn't feel comfortable in the pocket. he'd look at like one read and then just hold on to the ball. Like it was not throwing it at all. And dude, yeah. And my dad and I are texting each other and we're like, Nick Mullins is coming in at halftime, or Connell's going to get his fucking O'Connell's going to get his shit chewed out.
you know
by the owner. Like
we were doing like you were like, the Vikings are going to their back.
Yeah, like it's terrible. It's terrible, man. Like,
why not put Dobbs in?
I think he's kind of the same way. I think that's what we saw. Like Hall. That's what I thought when I saw Hall. It's like he's not throwing.
But I felt like he could have maybe got us off our spots.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know what I mean?
I think there's just a point though with him too where he won't throw the ball either. I think that was kind of what got him in trouble, like his last 2 games that were losses in the season, where it was like, throw the fucking ball, man. Like sometimes you gotta make something work. You gotta throw the ball and just let Jefferson make a play on it or something, and they're just not throwing the ball. And that's what I saw in Hall this weekend too. I was like, they're looking at one read and then they're just kind of like taking too long. And next, it's a sack or yeah. And I'm like, dude, that's where I was like, it's got to be Mullins. Like, as much as he's going to throw a pick, he's at least going to throw the ball. And right away he did. He was throwing it at Jefferson. He had a big play. Next play, he threw it to Addison, had a good play. And I'm like, finally, we're fucking moving the ball. Like, it took forever. And then, of course, there's they fucked up later in that drive or whatever. But I'm like, whatever. I knew the season
down, didn't get it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I knew the season wasn't going to be anything once Kirk went down. And even before that, it didn't look like they were doing anything, but they were finally starting to get things clicking, and just not their season this year. And whatever. It is what it is at this point.
Dude, last year the same thing happened. The Packers lose week 1 to you guys. This time it was at your place there. And then we roll you later in the year. And then this year, y'all kill us at home. And then we roll you guys. Like, I don't get
it. It doesn't make any damn sense. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. I switched my pick to Minnesota probably the day before the game. And I was like, man, if Jaron Hall can just throw the ball to a receivers, like we had Addison playing. I was like, that's awesome right there. I didn't think Addison was going to play. So I was like, he's only going to throw it to Jefferson. I'm like, dude, if he can just get the ball to the receivers can make plays from there. Like they're great receivers.
Right.
And he just never did that. Just never got that going. And then, of course, they couldn't get the run going because of that. And it was just nothing.
I got to say, man, Valentine and Ballantyne played really well for us.
They did.
Yeah. Valentine was everywhere, making plays, hitting guys, interception. Yeah. Man, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, these guys came to fucking play. It was amazing. And another shout out to Bo Melton, Mr. 7th round draft pick out of Rutgers from Seattle. Got cut, comes over to our practice squad, gets signed 2 weeks ago up from the practice squad, has a couple, like 3 or 4 catches last week he had. And then all of a sudden this week, he just first wide receiver all year to have over 100 yards for the Green Bay Packers is Bo Melton.
Yeah.
Bet you didn't have that on your bingo card, Packer fans. Because I sure didn't.
Oh, my God, dude.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Also, you're not going to like to hear this, but.
Okay.
Do the Packers have the deepest wide receiving core in the league? I mean.
I don't know. I'm hungry because I don't know.
Stacked, bro. Once they get it even more, year 2, year 3, dude. Oh my God, dude, this could be. The league is gonna be on notice. Holy shit! Because I mean, dude, we don't even have our best guys. Christian Watson's been out. Reed's been in and out. Wicks in and out, and we just are like, that's okay. Bo Melton, who? Bo knows. That's who. Bo knows.
I'd like to see them against a decent defense because, like, the Vikings were just not something to talk about. But the Vikings have
been playing great defense for the last.
But the game before that, they didn't play good defense. They kind of fell off. Fell off, and I think it's because of they had significant injuries. I mean, they had the number 1 and 2 corners out last game. I always fuck up his last name. Came from the Cardinals. Fucking whatever Bunting it is. But anyways, him and then Kai Blackman. like those guys being out. So like a Caleb Evans had his step up, which he's played maybe half the season, and man, he looked terrible. Like it was just not good. Like, I mean, to see the Vikings defense at their best, I still would give the Packers that win. I still think they'd win it, but I don't think you see nearly as much success throwing the ball. Like Mekhi Blackmon was playing phenomenal all year, like breaking up passes, what he could do. It was nuts. And to have Metellus out there who's literally played every position on defense this year, every single position, he's played it at least once. For him to be playing corner, he's still too big for it. He's too big. He's too slow to play fucking corner. So that was frustrating to see him chasing around people, just burning him. And I'm like, this is our best option, huh? Like it was just a terrible game to watch. I turned it off when there was like 5 minutes left. I was just like, I don't even care anymore. Like it's just, I don't know.
Oh,
Not the Vikings year.
So we're not picking offense again in the first round next year. We're going to be picking defense.
Yeah.
Just so you're all aware. And you know what? Everybody that has a problem with that shit, knock it off, because we pick fucking wide receivers in fucking any round and we know what we're doing. So I don't ever want to hear about this. We don't ever pick a wide receiver in the first round. Well, that's because we know how to draft them and we don't need to. Jesus, I just can't stand that shit. That whole narrative is fucking bullshit. Oh, so Devontae Adams sucks because he wasn't in the first round? Nah, I'm pretty sure he's like the best wide receiver in the league. But he's not a first-round pick. You don't need to be a first-round pick to be the best in the league. Ask Tom Brady where he was picked. I think he's the best quarterback of all time by about 8,000. Okay? So, I mean, shut up, everybody. Shut up. But yes, we do need to hit better on these defensive players. Like, oh my God. Like, how many times are you going to pick first-round picks and we're just going to not be good on defense? I don't know, man. I don't know. But we're going to probably pick a corner. I bet a corner or a safety.
Yeah.
Round one.
That'd be solid. I could see that. Yeah, I wouldn't really see anyone else that you're like need unless it's just like best available at that point.
I'm guessing we'll pick 2 in the first fucking 2 days, 2 or 3 in the first two rounds or 3 rounds.
Really?
I would guess. Okay. Savage is gone. We need a safety for sure. And then Stokes, that dude, he's on IR again. He played like fucking one game. IR. Like, I think he needs to retire.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's going to be able to stay healthy, and he just can't be in the NFL game. It sucks, but sorry, man. So we need to replace him too. And I mean, Valentine, but are they like going to be unbelievable?
Right, long-term guys? Yeah.
Like, we need a slot guy too. Nixon, not so great. No. We got rid of Rasul Douglas, so.
Yeah, there's a few holes in there, but I think for the most part, you guys are still in a very good spot.
I always like edge rushers too. Again, like, I don't know, is Lucas Ness going to ever play like more than 4 snaps a game? I don't know. I just don't get what the Packers do with that. Like, why not play him more? I didn't
get that either. I was actually just looking through last year and this year's drafts, just looking at Kwesi's guys that he's picked. And I did look at Van Ness, and I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was kind of like, why haven't I heard more this year about him?
Van Ness on the special teams unit, and he had a fucking penalty running into the fucking punter, and I'm just like, why is he even on the special? He's a first-round pick. Why is he on the special teams?
Dude, Vikings can't do shit with any of their draft picks. I mean, Addison's the only one that's like good. Everyone else is just a massive drop off. Their best guys that they pick off in the offseason are undrafted guys. Fucking Ivan Pace Jr., who's like leading all rookies in tackles, I think. Like, he's just a tiny little guy out there, but he causes havoc. And then what's his face? The runner on special teams that forced the fumble in that Packer game. Like, he's undrafted. It's like
the penalty. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that should have been a penalty. I mean, but it was nuts how late he called it. That was fucking nuts.
It's a little late,
that was.
I feel like.
I mean, it's plenty illegal, but that was just insane. I mean, literally, there's nothing.
Even the ref on the thing was like, yeah, that should have been a penalty.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like when one also they showed it in slow motion,
game speed,
but game speed, he's going for it, but it doesn't even matter how late. Like the ref said, like it doesn't matter how late. Like if he fucking does it before he catches it, he did. But it was just nuts how fast you could wave your hand and fucking catch that ball because you could see him literally off, like he is ready for making the motion for tackling when he waves his hands, and it's like he couldn't fucking do anything about that. You can't stop yourself midair and fucking somehow torpedo your way into him. Nothing you can do, but yeah. And then he made up for it just that like a couple drives later when he actually forced the fumble and got it. Like that was nuts. Like that guy's awesome. So, but yeah. Otherwise, no one else to mention in the draft. Like Kwesi, I am not thrilled with his draft so far. But
I gotta admit, this was Goody's best draft. He literally hit on like 10 players. I'm not even fucking joking.
So you guys had a lot of picks. I remember that. You
guys we did, and he hit like all of them have contributed.
Yeah,
Kraft, Musgrave, fucking Wicks, Jalen Reed, Wooden from on the defense. Shit, man.
I know.
Valentine.
Yeah.
Is there another wide receiver? No.
I couldn't name another one on the Packers.
There's one other guy. That I'm missing, but I think he was a defensive player. But, dude, that's 7 players right there that I just named that I've already had Lucas Van Ness. I didn't even mention him.
Oh, Van Ness, yeah.
I mean.
And he's been the quieter one probably out of all
Yeah, he's been the quieter one. The one that we picked number 1 is like not even the one.
Doesn't that piss you off, actually?
That's what we do, though. That's the thing. That's why I'm not even like worried about it. And I'm like, yeah, he'll be good in 3 years. And we'll be like, yeah, see, we told you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, like, he shows flashes. Like, he gets to the quarterback. Like, I can see it. Yeah. And he had a fucking unbelievable play in week 1 against Fields where he was, like, sideline to sideline, and he fucking didn't let him pass him.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that play. Yeah.
That was like whoa, okay. But he hasn't done much, but that's because he doesn't really play. He gets like, I swear he's got like 10% of the snaps, maybe 15%.
Yikes. That sucks.
Well, when Preston Smith is out of here after this year,
right,
he'll be there.
All right.
Phone about the Pack.
Yep. Yeah, I'd say Vikings. I've said my piece. I suppose. Otherwise, game wise, I don't think I had any other ones to talk about here. I suppose we can get to some power rankings, shall we?
Power rank. Yes. We got the power rankings going into week 18.
Change it up a little bit here, folks. Change it up here. For the number 5 spot, I got the Lions there. I think the Lions are still a team. Top 5, and honestly, this 5 spot came down to a lot of teams that I was like not sure if they're quite threatening enough to make the Power 5 kind of thing. And Lions, I think, are threatening enough to make that 5 spot. They're definitely a bubble one for me, where I'm like I just don't know how to take them every single week, but I think they're good enough to be number 5 there. Weakest point, I think, is Jared Goff. Number 4, I got a brand new team in here. Never been in the top 5 for me this entire season. That's Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, the fact that they can put Joe Flacco in there, guy who's been sitting around on his couch, not doing nothing, calling people up, hey, I want to play for you, and get him in there, and he looks incredible. He's playing great. Old as shit. Doesn't get any of the lingo. He's more out of touch with the youngins than Matt Stafford, Stafford is over in LA. But damn, they still get it done, and they're exciting to watch. What a team to make this top 5. That's what I gotta say. Number 3, I got the Bills, and the Bills that have been climbing. They've been getting more successful in the second half of the season. They're very worrisome for the longest time, but they're making stuff happen. I think it's one of those where they're getting hot at the right time. Every side of the ball is playing a lot better, so it's giving them their flowers here of them getting in the 3 spot. Number 2, I changed it up a little bit here because I had these guys at number 1 for so long. San Francisco 49ers, dropping down to 2.
You had to after the Ravens last.
Had to, because I still, even last week, I was going to give them more credit and just be like, yeah, that's just one game kind of thing. And no, the Ravens are just so good. Ravens are number 1. It's just crazy all year. The Ravens have been flying underneath the radar. They've just been winning after win after win, and we're still just kind of like, yeah, they're good, but we keep putting people in front of them. They're like, yeah, they're good, and then we just keep putting people in front of them. But they got the absolute front runner MVP, Lamar Jackson, out there playing great. I think he's playing better than his previous MVP year, just because he's playing a little different. He's playing more pocket guy than he is the runner. So, Ravens number one for the first time, I think, for me. Something special there. I think they're the favorites for sure to win the Super Bowl now. So hopefully you picked them earlier this year.
Yeah, I like that top five. There's only one team that I don't have in mind that is in yours, and I think you can probably figure that one out. Which one do you think it is?
It's got to be the Lions, I would think, right?
No.
No?
No.
I think you got to have the Browns in there, right?
I do.
Okay, so it's the Bills?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Don't tell me you got the Chiefs still in there then.
No.
Okay. I was
going to
say the Chiefs.
Number five. Number five.
Don't say the Cowboys.
Even though I still feel that way.
The fucking Cowboys.
I got the Browns.
Okay.
Number five.
I was like,
entering the top five. This team has persevered through everything all year long.
Absolutely.
I still hate them for fucking Deshaun Watson and getting him and trading for all those picks. Fuck you, Cleveland Browns. I still fucking hate your franchise. I fucking hate him.
Yeah,
Anyways, you're still five. Joe Flacco, wow. Kudos to you, man. Just unbelievable. They got their running back, Kevin Stefanski. Hey, hell of a job, man. He's my coach of the year right there.
For sure.
Number four, we got your Detroit Lions.
Okay.
The lovable Lions, right? Even with that loss, I mean, they should have probably won the game. I like the way they're playing. I got faith in them, especially over them Bills. Number three, since they beat the Lions, even though they probably shouldn't have, and McCarthy's an idiot, I got the Cowboys.
Oh, no, at three.
At number three, I got the Cowboys. They're not going to finish at number three. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. They're going to be out in the second round or first round. Actually, they play the Pack. But number three right now, the Cowboys, just because they beat the Lions. I can't have them below the Lions. They just beat them. Because Dan Campbell's an idiot. Number two, we got the San Francisco 49ers moved down from number one to number two. They're still going to make the Super Bowl, and I think they're probably going to still win the Super Bowl. I think when the Ravens and Niners play in the Super Bowl again, because the emblems match the colors, so that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Rodgers brought that up too. Of course he did.
Of course he did.
He actually said that next year it better be jet fucking green for one of those colors on that Super Bowl emblem, because he's like, Connor, you haven't heard about this, Boston Connor or whatever, and they get the thing up there and they show all the colors of all the last three Super Bowls, and he's like, see, Anyways,
and the same guys say it's not rigged. It has to be rigged if they got the colors right.
And number one, we got the Baltimore Ravens. They've been kicking everybody's ass. I mean, I can't not have them at not number one. Now, like I said, I got to see them proven in the playoffs. I don't think they will. But, we'll see what happens. I don't believe anything until you show me, man.
Sure.
Actions, man.
Yep. 100%.
Actions. You got to show me.
That's what this league's all
I'm from
about.
the show me state.
All right.
I've seen this. You've already shown me, Ravens, that you've done this before. Again, I'm from the show me state. Just like when the Packers make the playoffs every year, I'm from the show me state, Aaron Rodgers. What'd you do? Nothing. See? So don't think I'm coming after you, Ravens fans. I'm not. I care, okay? I thought about that with my team for the longest time, and they never came through because that's just them. So hopefully your Ravens can. Hopefully Lamar's not an Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, hopefully. Do you know what Show Me State is?
Missouri.
Yeah. You're not from there, though. Don't say that.
I'm from Missouri. I'm from
You're
the show.
From Missouri?
No.
I was going to say, I'm like, but you bleed fucking everything Wisconsin? I was like, no way.
I'm from the show me state, though. That's all. It's really actually originates.
What's that?
We don't need to talk about where it originates from.
I mean, if you say it's a show me state, it's the state.
I'm just saying.
it's on their license plate, damn it.
Just
state. Show me state of mind. Let's do that. We'll do that. Okay. All right. Let's get into some pickings. I got pick'ems music. Don't
Week
I?
18,
Yes.
up big, man.
You gotta pay for your picks.
That's right. We got pick'ems, updated pick'em status here. Big time ones, big time moves happened this year. I think this weekend we did all fairly well. I think I got 12 right. I want to say Josh got 12 right. Trav, I think, got 11 right. I think we all did pretty damn well. Did think it was probably an easier one. There was only just like a few. I lead the pack 163 right now. Travis 162 and Josh is 158. Fairly close behind. So I think going into the playoffs, I think we could still really get tight there, depending on how Josh does there. But yeah, otherwise it's going to be
week where anything can happen. You don't
right.
You don't know who's playing.
Exactly.
Who even cares anymore?
Exactly.
Anything.
A lot of people sitting their starters for this one. A lot of people out of it, but still want to, rain on people's parades. Like Travis mentioned before, the Lions beating the Packers last year to make sure they didn't make the playoffs. Like there's games worth watching, even when probably any other day of the year you'd probably think probably not. But yeah, things can happen. So, anywho, yes, the games that we got coming up for Week 18, the final week of the regular season. Excuse me. First things first. No Thursday night game at all. So that one's clear, everybody. You get your first Thursday night back for the year with no games. But that takes us into Saturday. Saturday we got a 3:30 p.m. game. Pittsburgh in Baltimore. I wouldn't bring this up. Except for I believe Steelers win and they're in, I think, or something like that. I think they definitely have.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. The Ravens for sure are going to sit Lamar, so that'll be. Yep. What's his name? Huntley is going to be starting, which Huntley's played well in times that he's had to start games for the Ravens. So I'm legit still picking the Ravens on this one. I think they could still win this game with Huntley back there because he has consistently played fairly well for them in the past on Lamar's absence. So I'm picking that one. I'll pick Ravens 24-13 over the Steelers. I probably should get them more.
So hard to predict if Baltimore's really going to play hard or if they're playing any other starters.
I know, right?
I'm going to go Pittsburgh just because they need it more and they want it more. And I just feel like Baltimore is going to be like, first half, we're going to play guys, and then we're out. So give me Pittsburgh to win this game 24-20.
Okay. All right. Man, I think there's quite a few games in here to talk about. Noteworthy
Houston,
to talk
Indianapolis,
about. Yeah, Houston, Indianapolis. Man, I like the Texans this year, man. They're just fun to watch. I think things CJ Stroud's back and as much as the Colts seem to get things done occasionally here or there, I think I'm going to give this one to the Texans on the road. I'm going to go Texans 20-17.
Yeah, I got the Texans as well here. I think they're going to get the job done. I think CJ Stroud's going to come through here, come through clutch, and they're going to beat Minshew Mania. I think Winner gets playoffs. Is that right?
That's what I'm not sure exactly. I feel like I probably should know that.
We're going to go Houston 24.
Okay. Yeah, I think it definitely has implications. I'm just not sure what those implications exactly are.
Because they're all tied. Jacksonville, Indianapolis, and Houston are tied.
They're all 9 wins right now, I think. Is that right? Okay, so the next game, I don't know if Cleveland.
Nah. Detroit, Minnesota.
Yeah, Detroit's going to win this game easy. Nick Mullins confirmed the starter already for this.
Detroit's playing their starters?
Yeah. Mullins threw 4 picks against them 2 weeks ago, or to them. So, yeah, Lions are going to win this game. Jacksonville at Tennessee. I don't know if that one's worth mentioning either. I think Jaguars win this game easily. Titans got embarrassed last week too.
Agreed on that. All right, New Orleans, Atlanta.
New Orleans, Atlanta. Yeah, that's a big one. Man, I really don't want the Saints to win. I just hate the Saints all around all the time. But I think they do win this game over the Falcons. Falcons just aren't. Arthur Smith's got to get fired. I'm sorry, man. You're just not the guy. Even if they were to give you another chance, I don't think you are the guy. So they might as well just move on. And I don't think your players care that much anymore either. Cordero Patterson doesn't like the way he was played. Bijan's fucking barely played. Just fuck it. So I don't think anyone in Atlanta cares. And it's also in New Orleans. So yeah, I'll take the Saints here. We'll go 23-13. Bless you.
Yeah, I think just because New Orleans at home, I'm going to go with New Orleans too. Like you said, I don't know. Arthur Smith's an idiot. I don't.
Dude, I just don't know how you have they have bless you again. They have some good players on that team that are just not doing
and they
anything.
don't use them. Bijan Robinson, you don't use them.
Cordero Patterson was like a fantasy god there.
Yeah,
and non-existent this year. I forgot he was like in the league this year until literally he tweeted at like a post about him like, have you guys seen Cordero Patterson this year? And he like responded like, nope. And it was just like,
this one's going to be like a field goal fest a little bit. I think it's going to be like 19-7.
Okay. I like that. That's a good score. Which takes us right into this next one because I think it's going to be huge for – is this like the division? Is that what it is? Like the division can be won? Either the Saints – if the Saints win and Buccaneers lose, then the Saints will win the division.
The Buccaneers win.
They win. Yeah, they win their division for sure. But if
New Orleans Buccaneers lose, then I think the Saints.
Right. Yep. So I think, and granted, Buccaneers lucked out. I mean, Buccaneers should have shut the door last week on the Saints and locked that up, and they shit the bed.
Yeah, they didn't. That's what these teams do.
Yeah. And
I don't know how we lost to the Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay's decent. Like, it's like they just get shit done. Mike Evans is having a career year. Like, for how many touchdowns he has? Like, I have in fantasy football, he had like 1 week where he didn't get a touchdown throughout the whole season. And it was the week that I needed him to get a touchdown to make the playoffs.
But the Packers let him have 158.3 rating.
Yes, that too. That's what's crazy.
They're not that good.
They're not. They're definitely not. But they are good enough to possibly win a playoff game. Possibly. You know what I mean? Like, I want to give them some credit. No one else in their division would come even close. I think the Saints would shit the bed against anybody.
And they're playing Carolina. We got Tampa Bay on that one, right?
Easy. Yeah. Tampa Bay, I'll take this one. They might blow the fucking doors off the Panthers.
Yeah, they're going to win like 30
go like
30-10.
Yeah. I was just going to say like 30 to fucking like 9.
Nothing.
Dude, yeah.
Get this. Carolina doesn't score a touchdown for 3 straight weeks. Then the Packers play them, and they score 30.
30.
And then the very, very, very next week, 0.
Yeah.
And that is, ladies and gentlemen, why no matter what happens, even if we win the Super Bowl, I do not care. Joe Barry better not be extended. So his contract is up. So he's not going to get fired.
Oh,
it's just, we better not say, hey, come on back. No.
There's no way then.
You're gone. Thanks for helping us, but you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we win the Super Bowl, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah. No, that's an easy call. Yeah, I couldn't imagine what would turn that around. Any situation. Just shutting out like.
Well, he got a game ball last week, so LaFleur just loves him. I don't know why.
That's so fucked up. Okay. Next game that takes us to Chicago in Green Bay. Sunday, 3:25. Whether it was in Lambeau or cold Chicago, this was going to go to Green Bay no matter what. I think the
you're
Packers. No, I think no. As much as I want the Packers to lose, they still are going to get in the playoffs, so it doesn't matter to me. Even if they were to lose, yeah, they'd still make it. So, and it's the Bears. They've just had their Bears number forever. So Packers, I'll have win this game. I think they're gonna score offensively. I think they're gonna score very well, like they did against the Vikings. I'm gonna give them another 30 burger. against the Packers. So I'm going to go 30-17. I think Fields plays okay. Just, not enough to really do damage.
I just want to say Chicago just so that, like...
Say Chicago, so I get another pick, right?
I mean, look at last week. I picked the Vikings. What happens?
And I don't know why you did, though. I picked last second just because...
You know what? You know what's funny? I picked the Vikings, right? You know who I bet on, though? I bet on the Packers. So, I'm all over the map, dude.
Yeah. You're just
it's all
covering
about
your
when
ass.
you get me in the time that I'm feeling it. With that being said, I'm never picking Chicago. Fuck the Bears. The Bears still suck.
Yeah.
All right, we're going Green Bay, 27-23. It's gonna be a close one. We're all gonna be petrified at Lambeau, sitting on the edge of our seats. Well, we'll be standing. However, butterflies in our stomach going, oh my God, are we going to win this game or not? Justin Fields is going to have the ball at the end of the game and we're going to shut him down. Yeah, you heard it here. Joe Barry's defense going to shut him down at the end. 27-23. Packers win. Move on to the playoffs. And we start the Jordan Love era off with a 9-8 playoff season, baby. Cheers. Whoa!
Man, who else here? Seahawks and Cardinals isn't really worthy enough.
Seattle, Arizona.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Seahawks. Dude, I don't even know if I want to take the Seahawks. Like, Seahawks are such a wild card of whether or not they are anything. It's just insane. And Cardinals, I feel like, are one of those teams where they could shit on the Seahawks and like their hopes and dreams for this week. It's like, hey, if you win, you might get in depending on some other stuff. Or the Cardinals are just gonna surprise you and beat you by like a field goal or a touchdown or something like that. And, I just feel like the Cardinals could do that. But I'm still going to pick the safety bet, I think, here. I'm going to pick the Seahawks. Damn it. Help, too, if the Seahawks were at home. I'll pick the Seahawks 20-19. Do another real close one.
Yeah, give me the Seahawks 27-20. Rams and Niners?
Yeah, Rams and Niners is going to be a tough one. I
don't know who's all playing for the Niners.
I don't even think the Rams are playing many people. I'm pretty sure Kyron is sitting. Cooper Kupp is sitting. Yeah, it's like the 49ers, I think, can just win this outright, even when they sit people. I'll take the 49ers. Man, I think this will still be a fun game, though. 49ers, 28-24 over the Rams.
Niners 20-17.
I think this will be a fun game, man.
Buffalo, Miami next.
Buffalo, Miami. Yeah, that's very good one. Sunday Night Football here.
The last regular season game of the year, folks.
It is sad. Seems like we're getting started, right? But hell,
here I gotta say, I haven't been very impressed with football, so I'm
100%.
actually okay with it being done because honestly,
the product
some of these this year were really brutal to watch.
For sure. And that's even with the starting quarterbacks. Like early in the season when people were healthy, it was pretty rough to watch. Like, and now you see a third of the league has a backup quarterback starting. Like, it sucks. It sucks that happened. Like, talk about one of the worst years for starting quarterbacks in this league. But yeah, with that being said, taking the Bills here in Miami. Miami just doesn't have a defense that exists, and that is the only way that you beat Josh Allen is if you have a defense that can take the ball away, and that is not something that the Dolphins' defense is known for this year at all. Their takeaways
if the Buffalo Bills win, are they the division winner then, or no?
I think you might.
I thought I saw something about like they could move from they could be out of the playoffs to number 2 seed or some shit.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure that's right.
Because what's the Dolphins' record?
Are they another 10?
Here we go. Yeah, it's 11-5, 10-6.
Okay.
So if the Buffalo Bills win, they would win the division, and they would move up to I think the number 2 spot.
Holy shit!
And if the Dolphins win, they're the number 2 seed no matter what, and they're the They would stay right where they are, number 2
Okay.
seed, and they win their division.
Okay.
So a lot of implications on this game.
That's
Dude.
interesting.
Wow, this is a big one.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm still gonna give it to Buffalo here. I'm gonna make it closer than. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna make it closer. I am gonna go 28 to 20. I think it's just where it's one of those that comes down to the end. You're like, yeah, Dolphins, if they get the ball, maybe they can go get a touchdown and get that 2-point conversion, goes in overtime, and that shit just doesn't happen. Ball ends with the Bills defenders going fucking this, and Josh Allen taking a knee. That's what I'm gonna give her.
I'm seeing this video of Tyreek Hill's house. Holy shit! Damn. Yeah, Miami has proved that they cannot beat any good teams they play.
Yeah.
So with that being said, give me the Buffalo Bills to win this game, 33-27.
That's exciting. I hope it is, man.
I hope
Sunday
it is.
night football with those implications.
I'm probably going to be passed out, but
yeah,
play it from a Packer victory.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, we'll see, but I think things are going to work out well for you that coming this weekend. So yeah, I gotta say though, my early predictions of the year not that far off. Division wise, I said Lions to win it, Packers close behind. I did think that the Bears would possibly have more wins than the Vikings, and they're fairly close though. They're fairly close. I mean, Vikings are what 7? Yeah, like it. Very much, very, very close. Very, very close. So
I had Bills. Could happen. Bengals. Not happening. Chiefs. That's official. And I have Jaguars. And then I have the Niners. Yes. The Saints. Probably not. Eagles. Nope. And the Packers. Nope.
Dude.
Rookie of the year. Bijan Robinson, Jalen Carter. Probably no on both.
Oh, right. Yeah. I had the exact same ones.
MVP
Joe Burrow.
Hurts.
I had Joe Burrow. Definitely no.
All right. Super Bowl Chiefs versus Eagles. Probably not.
Yeah, I had Bills Eagles. Probably not.
Breakout star. This one I did get right. Jordan Love.
I was like, I don't even have a breakout star written down.
I do. I got
a breakout star. Jordan Love, just so you could talk about Jordan Love.
Right there. Right on the bottom. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, man. I had the Bengals winning the North. That's an egg. East, I got the Bills being a maybe. South, I had the Titans. Fucking terrible. That's so wrong. I had a close second though, the Jags. So I mean, that's something. West I had the Chiefs. North I had Lions. East I had the Eagles. South I had Saints. That's a possibility. West I had 49ers. So NFC, I'm pretty damn good. And I said close for Pack for the North too. They'd be close. Thought it'd come down to that final week for possibly the division, but got it a week early. 2 weeks early, I should say. But anywho, yeah. Yeah, maybe we should wrap up with that next week as well with Winch when he returns. We can do a full wrap of the regular season and give our picks for the playoffs, the exciting wild card round that'll be coming up. So yeah, that'll be exciting. Yeah, I really think this is one of those seasons where we could definitely have just kind of a wild card, get in deep and make some noise. So Packers definitely could be that team for sure. They're just rolling at the right time, while some of these teams who are rolling early are rolling backwards at the wrong time. So, yep. And with that being said, folks, hope you had a great Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all that jazz. And that's the last I heard.
Peace.